SPSS is a predictive analytics company. What predictive analytics is that we take data about people, their attitudes, their behaviors, things that they purchased and not purchased. We build a view of that customer, which is called capturing. We from that data predict what they're going to do, whether they're going to churn or leave your organization or buy a different product or not buy it that you might offer them. And then we deploy that insight into operational systems so that we can maximize one-to-one behaviors and relationships.
This is, of course, all based on some kind of mathematical probability algorithms that have been worked into software. Is that
Well,
right?
SPSS has a huge library of algorithms used for this purpose, but we really like to focus more on what is the result of those algorithms rather than the math itself. So, for example, we have different ways of building out clusters, which are taking a customer base, for example, and putting them into groups. Like, for example, young people who might like a certain set of products, middle-aged people who might like a different set of products in their life. We have different ways of doing that clustering, but what we focus more on is not the math of the clustering, but the actual value of the clustering and how you deploy it in your systems to get value out of it.
So there's an element of sociological and psychological studies in it as well.
Well, SPSS actually has a huge history in terms of psychology. Most users at university level of SPSS capabilities are people training to become psychologists. So they use SPSS to analyze behaviors and things, and then they take that technology and throughout their careers they stick with it, use it, and deploy it into other vast systems in a more business-oriented or government environment.
In Latvia, most of the businesses are small and medium-sized businesses. How can this technology serve such businesses, and how can it be used or purchased or leased? Is it going to be a cloud function or a software as a service?
Actually, one of the great things about SPSS in its history was providing solutions for different size customers at various price points. Probably one of the most used versions of SPSS is our desktop software of our stats product. And this is sold on a user basis on a desktop at a very low price point. The beauty of our approach is that as you expand that solution beyond that capability, nothing is wasted. That capability can be linked with our more advanced capabilities and eventually all the way to deploying into operational systems. We call that a journey.